Welcome to Lawrence, Kansas, and pay heed all who enter, and beware, these Jayhawks can play a little football too. What a showdown we have in store. A couple of Big 12 teams squaring off in what could prove to be a huge game. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the UCF Knights, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Jayhawks will kick it away to start. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll try the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You see all this movement in football now. All the stem in the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the...
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Jayhawks. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And after that pick six, not the start this quarterback wanted. You're going to have to be really good about having a short-term memory and just turn the page. There's tons of football here to be played. You made a big mistake on that last throw. Don't let it beat you for the rest of this football game. You've got a lot of ball left to play. You've got to keep going.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Farmer. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, then love to get a drive going here. The give to the tailback. Turning it on. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And it's not panic time yet for this offense, but last week was a really bad performance. This week, starting off a little bit slow. They got to find some form of rhythm. They got to find some way, get a few first downs, get some playmakers involved, because right now they just seem out of sync.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Slithers into space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Brown will throw it. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big time play.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
This definitely isn't the start they drew up. I mean, you already throw a pick six, now you get sacked. Man, they're going to have to find a way to settle this quarterback down, get something going offensively. So far, not a lot of positives to point to.
Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Pickett. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Using his legs, it's Stewart. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the Jayhawks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He'll pull it on the read. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Jayhawks will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Fields the punt, wants to make a play. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. They try to pop a run on the draw. Makes it past the marker. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
Just a great job by the quarterback, the running back, the offensive line. Sneaky little devils. What do? Make it look like pass, sneak in the run, catch you off guard. Great play call by the offense.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Gets the back moving. Brown wants to pass. Takes the easy one to the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
That's the end of the quarter. Kansas has the lead here. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They want to throw it. Rushes on him. Bought a little time, lets it go. And they can't make the play on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Fires to the big fella. At the 35, he's got room. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
On the spin move. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
They worked that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. It's been a rough start for these guys, and you look down the schedule in the Big 12, there aren't many soft landing spots.
Well, no doubt about it. This team has had some bad breaks early this year in Big 12 play, but they've got to make good things happen, David. They've got to do a better job of executing offensively, defensively, and on special teams, and it's got to start today.
Yeah, finding a way to make those critical plays. Because you know, what do you know in the Big 12? There's always going to be a lot of scoring, right? And they've come up short, but I think as you find yourself throughout the season, you got to realize, I got to build those confidence. I got to make those plays. And once you do it once, and maybe it happens today, you start to build that confidence.
I know that was third down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up fourth down. Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Trying to set up the screen. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
Snagged out of the air. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the option. Now the toss. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Let's go! Let's go!
Rides the back on the option to give. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. From the gun, to give, looking for room.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed now. Early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes and smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires on the move. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of...
Forget the punt. He's going to throw it. Bring in the heat. And the pass is incomplete. They thought they had the fake all dialed up, and it did not work. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Knights will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They'll start the 3rd quarter with the run. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And just just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Hayes. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here.
He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, that's fumbles in consecutive weeks. Coaches don't like that. They start to, you know what happens is the trust factor goes out the window. I don't want to run you as much because I can't trust you as much, especially in big spots. Got to hold on to that football.
UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Just discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
Catch in the middle. It's Richardson. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Breaks into the open. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Looking for room, it's Stewart. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team? And the Jayhawks will line up to punt it away. Might want to stick with kicking this time after misfiring on the last fake. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. That's what tight ends are supposed to do. Just have people bouncing off them like spitballs off a battleship.
And when you're a defense, you got to understand we got to swarm to the football because these big dudes, they break tackles and they can.
He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. He's brought down a short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
What a run! Gets it inside the 40 and out of bounds at the 36.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He's got the tight end. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've reached the break, and Kansas has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. From the gun. Give on the inside. There he goes. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him. And it's
Beck's going for the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Rock Chalk.
And both sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover. Offense punches it in. 2-possession lead in this 4th quarter.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
2 teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. Cincinnati looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program with a case full of trophies, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He'll take a deep shot here. That pass is incomplete.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the 4th quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
To the ground with the back. Fighting off the defender. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
The coaches told us in pregame that they love this back's mixture of speed and power. Listen, he's not the power back all the time, but he's moving so fast that it's hard to get him to the ground.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Brown will throw it. Looking to the big tight end. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And he'll run out of bounds, but a much-needed productive play in the passing game.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the 2nd effort, getting the extra yards and getting the 1st down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. He's got it. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. The Knights want to crank the tempo.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing...
And here's the third interception of the night. He'll try to take it back. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They played...
Oh, he's got some space. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big-body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake lofts one high and deep. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, that's a fortuitous bounce because we know this guy already fumbled earlier in the game, David. He's got to do a better job with 5 points of pressure on that ball.
Or he's going to be sitting on the sidelines. Coaches are not going to continue to trust you if you're going to continue to put the ball on the ground.
Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on third down. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. And that is no good. After the missed field goal, fellas, still a 13-point ball game.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college. He
fires one high and deep. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
You just got to know the situation of the game, honestly. After that incompletion, now setting up third down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see fourth down, but it's better than throwing another pick.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
Will not get there. A fourth down stop. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game was